Get Martin's body and have it cremated immediately.
Father, I just got through telling you...
I tell you, Julian, you don't tell me.
There isn't a threat anymore. Pilar will bury Martin and the whole episode will be forgotten.
Don't argue, damn it. Do what I say. Get rid of Martin's body. Now.
It's Julian Crane here. Fine. I need to see you at my home right away. Something's come up. It concerns the body of Martin Fitzgerald. You'll meet me when I damn well tell you to meet me.
What's going on, Father?
What do you mean?
I heard you on the phone. I don't know who you were talking to or what it was about, but whoever it was, you're really giving him a hard time.
Well, you'll learn one day, Ethan, that when you run a large corporation, sometimes it's necessary to speak rather harshly to those who work under you. It gets things done. However, thank you, anyway, for your concern.
Don't mention it.
While I've got you here, there's something we really should have a chat about.
Yeah, what's that?
I saw you last night with your arms around Teresa.
Well, it's not what you
Not to
think.
mention that, I noticed Gwen was watching.
Father...
Now, I know I told you I thought it'd be a good idea for you to sow your wild oats with the housekeeper's daughter,
I'm not
but not
sowing...
at the cost of your relationship with Gwen. And while a fling with Teresa would be quite pleasant, I'm sure, I'd prefer it if next time you'd use a bit of discretion.
Father, I've asked you before not to bring up your ridiculous innuendos about Teresa.
No, the only point I'm making is that if your marriage with Gwen were to fall apart, the Crane family would lose out on an excellent business opportunity.
I've made it very clear in the past that I'm not going to get married for business reasons.
No, you misinterpret.
I don't care how much money is at stake. I'm marrying Gwen because I love her. And as for Teresa, I was holding her last night because she witnessed her father's death. She was terribly upset. She was devastated.
Well, of course. How fortunate you were there to comfort her.
And sometimes I wonder how well you know me, Father. Or if you even know me at all.
Where are you going?
To see Sheridan.
Sheridan's not getting too close to that cop, is she?
Luis saved her life last night at the cost of his father's. She's grateful to him, as anyone would be.
Just how grateful?
You know, Father, your sexual innuendos about Teresa and me are pretty bad, but Sheridan and Luis, it's ludicrous.
Is it?
Big deal, but it's a little strange.
He was exhausted. He fell asleep on the couch. There's nothing more to it.
Who fell asleep on your couch?
Luis. Look, I felt bad for the guy. I mean, he was grieving over his father. He hadn't eaten, so I took him home.
And?
And I fed him, and he fell asleep. I put him up for the night. It was the least I could do.
Was it?
Oh, I don't need to defend myself, Julian. I was helping someone in a time of need, nothing more.
Yeah, nothing to you. But what about Luis? I mean, I don't think you understand what the man did for you last night, Sheridan.
I know full well what he did for me. He saved my life.
And he chose you over his father. And that means something.
Look, this isn't a matter of Luis choosing me over his own father. He's a police officer. He's a very moral man. He was only doing what he's trained to do. His father had a gun. He was attempting to kidnap me. And Luis only had time to save one of us. So he saved me. Like he would save anybody else.
So how's he handling all this?
Well, intellectually, he knows he did the right thing. But emotionally, he's torn up by it. I feel for him.
You feel?
Oh, lay off, Julian. You know, there's nothing going on between Luis and me.
Fine. I must confess that having my sister mixed up with some cop who thoroughly dislikes my family is not high on my list of things I want to see happen.
Luis is going through a lot right now. He needs his friends.
And he's got a tough road ahead of him. You know, it sounded like Pilar wanted to take another look at the body. And that's got to be hard for her.
I don't understand why she would want to do that. I mean, the body is Martin Fitzgerald's, isn't it?
Pilar wants to re-examine the body.
That's what Luis said on the phone.
It sounds like Pilar isn't sure that the body is Martin Fitzgerald's.
That's absolutely ridiculous. Of course it's Martin. Pilar's grasping at straws. Oh, I feel so sorry for her. She's gone through such a terrible ordeal.
You know, I think I'm gonna go over to Pilar's and see how she's holding up.
I'll go with you.
Yeah, that's a wonderful idea. Do try to talk some sense into her. Pilar's distraught. Tell her it would be best if she didn't go looking at her dead husband's body. It's so terribly morbid. It'll only further upset her.
Well, we'll do what we can.
Oh, damn Pilar. I'll get it, Renee.
Mr. Crane,
What took you?
traffic on Valley Road. There was a stalled pacer.
Never mind that. I want you to listen to me. I want you to listen good. I want you to cremate the body of Martin Fitzgerald as soon as possible.
I don't understand. You want the body of Martin Fitzgerald
Burned to ashes. A man in your line of work shouldn't have any trouble understanding what that entails. And I want it done quickly.
I'll see to it right away, Mr.
You see
Crane.
to it yesterday.
Well, I'll just need the consent of the
No, there's no
family.
time. I want it done now, immediately.
No, but that's crime. I could be charged.
Don't give a damn. You do it.
Yes, sir, Mr. Crane.